Good afternoon and welcome to Law and Crime. I'm Angelica Spanos. Thanks so much for joining us today. All right, so Guyger will serve 10 years in prison for the fatal killing of Botham Jean. She shot him when she mistakenly entered his apartment unit, believing it was her own. Joining me today to talk about this, we have Bernarda Villalona, trial attorney, as well as Gonzalez, criminal defense attorney. Thank you both for being here. First off, Bernarda, is that what you expect for the sentencing? Is that what you expected?
I didn't expect the sentence to be that low. I really was shocked that the sentence was that low, but that just goes to show you that both sides, well, the defense especially, did a tremendous job in their closing arguments. But I didn't expect the sentence to be that low. I was expecting something higher, especially since the prosecution requested 28 years. But you have to remember that in Texas, for murder, the minimum is 5 years, maximum 99 years, with possibility also of providing a life sentence. And the jury, they spoke and decided to give Amber Guyger 10 years.
And Gigi, one of the things that was mentioned during this trial several times was the manslaughter versus murder charge. And many people have, as Bernarda said, think that was shockingly a low sentence there. Do you think that that maybe played in because manslaughter was also on the table?
Well, we have to remember that though manslaughter was on the table, that was before they decided to up her charge to murder. So because she was convicted for murder, it feels like the sentence, they aligned it with a manslaughter charge, with criminal negligence, you know, because when you see something, when you see the loss of life and such a low prison sentence, it has to tell you that the jury and the judge and the courts believe that, you know, though she intended to shoot to kill, she didn't necessarily do so with, you know, sudden passion or premeditation or anything like that. So 10 years, like Bernarda said, is shocking, and it tells me that they seem to believe that she was criminally negligent.
All right. We had an emotional day in that courtroom and, of course, out of the courtroom when the sentencing came out. Allison Jean, Botham's mom, spoke out. Let's listen to what she had to say. All right, so powerful, powerful words coming from Botham's mother there. This, of course, was after the sentencing. Gigi, what's your reaction to that? And especially now that, you know, she said so many strong things about the precedent, this trial, and this will have on everything going forward.
It definitely sets a precedent. Here we have a police officer who's been held accountable for her actions, you know, as far as murdering an unarmed civilian. You know, we see it in the news every couple of months, another unarmed citizen being shot by the police, and that police officer ultimately not being charged with the appropriate crime. You know, and I think that the Jean family has displayed a lot of grace and a lot of humility throughout this entire process. And her point about the contamination of this investigation is true, you know? And the way that she did not utilize her specialized training, the way they turned off the body cams when she was explaining what happened, the way a police union rep came in and coached her and advised her as to what she should or shouldn't be saying, you know, those are all privileges that are not afforded to other people, and those privileges certainly weren't afforded to Mr. Jean.
And we saw an incredible moment and really an act of kindness. Botham's brother, you can see this video right near, he took the witness stand and spoke directly to Guyger, saying that he loved her like anyone else. And as you see now, he hugged her in the courtroom before she was led off to prison. Bernarda, I want you to comment on this because I know you've been following this so thoroughly. What did you think when you saw this moment?
I was surprised. In the 15 years that I've been practicing, and actually the 10 years that I've been trying homicides, I have never seen the family of a deceased react in the way that Brent Jean reacted. Goes to show you how well raised he is, the love he is, the ability he has to forgive. And it just goes to show you the type of man that Botham Jean was, also being his brother. But I have never seen this type of forgiveness, and also to hug the person that took life away from your brother. It was just, it left me speechless.
It's really incredible. We got to take a break right now. Stay with us here on Law and Crime.